That Mom with Boys. Today we will be doing a 4 recipes that are quick and easy that I really enjoy doing. Especially when I just want to use the crock pot and not have to, sit there and cook dinner and rush. Especially on bath days, these are like killer because it takes me 30 minutes to give the boys baths in general before I put them to bed. So crock pot dinners are like a lifesaver. So these, without further ado, these are 4 of my all-time favorite crock pot dinners. Okay, so first up we have pot roast, which is one of my all-time favorites. This is the ingredients that you will need for this one. And it is a perfect dinner for hearty, nice, great dinner that I just love. And it tastes really good. So with pot roast, you will need carrots, potatoes. I use red potatoes because I like them better. You can also use whatever type of potatoes you want. You will need at least a pound of pot roast beef. It could be anything. I use a shoulder, I think it is. Also, you will need beef broth, and you will need this packet and some onions, and I think I put carrots on there. I don't remember what I said. Alright, so the packet that you will need for this will be one of these. You can get them at any store. It's literally by crock pot, and it's savory pot roast. You will take this and use directions on the back and do that. And then instead of water filling it all the way up, you can, but it'll be like really greasy. I use beef broth. It's more hearty and it's thicker when it mixes with this. But that is my number 1 top favorite. Okay, so for the pot roast, what you're going to do is basically you're going to put the beef in first. You're going to put the beef right on into the pot roast. And then what you're going to do is you're going to add the carrots, the onions, the potatoes. And you're going to put those on top. Alright, and then you're going to take a bowl and you're going to pour the this packet in there. And you're going to follow the instructions, so it's water, mix it. And then you're going to dump that on top. Don't mix in, don't move anything, just pour it on top. Then you're going to take the beef broth and you're going to put about 2 cups of that in there on top as well. Then you're going to put the top over it, and then you're going to put it on high for about 5 hours. I normally start at 7 o'clock in the morning and then give it to my kids at like 5 o'clock at night. So that's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's about 6 hours, or no, 11 hours. So that's normally what I do, and it's really fucking good. Just gonna put it out there. But yeah. Alright, next would have to be chicken enchiladas. Well, it's kind of a knockoff of chicken enchiladas. These are the ingredients that you will need for that. Alright, so chicken enchiladas, it's in a slow cooker, a crock pot. You will need 3 chicken breasts if you're just doing it for a family of, say, 4. But if you want more, you need to get a bigger crock pot and put more in there. You will need cheese and 1 can of red enchilada sauce. Use the El Paso version of red enchilada sauce, and the can will be about this big, and you only need 1 and it fills up. You can use water or you can't. I choose not to use water because it's better that way. And you will need chips, tortilla chips. I use the lime chips. Those are my favorite. Well, you can use regular tortilla chips too. What you will do is you put the 3 chicken breasts in the slow cooker. You dump the can of enchilada sauce on it, and you put it on high for 4 hours. Then you proceed to shred the chicken after 4 hours are up. Put it back in the pot. Mix the crushed chips in there. So you crush the tortilla chips in there, and then you mix cheese on top. Turn it on low for 30 more minutes, and then you add more chips and cheese at the end when you serve it, and you're good to go. You can use it as a dip or like a party favor or something like that, but we in my household use it as an actual meal. Alright, number 3 is Philly cheesesteaks. So Philly cheesesteak Floppy Joes. Here are the recipes for this. Now this isn't technically a crock pot idea, but it's a really quick one on the stove. So this is what you will need. Alright, so basically you'll need a pound of ground beef, 2 tablespoons of butter, 1 small yellow onion diced, 1 small green pepper diced, 8 ounces of brown mushroom minced, or you can just keep whole. 2 tablespoons of ketchup, 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce, half a tablespoon of salt, a teaspoon of fresh ground black pepper, 1 tablespoon of cornstarch, 1 cup of beef broth, and 8 ounces of provolone cheese, and 6 buns. Sorry, my kid needed juice. Back to it. So basically you add the ground beef in a large cast iron skillet. If you don't have one of those, a just skillet would work. Brown it, let this brown very well, and until a deep crust on it, not burnt, but you know that crusty look in it. Yeah. Before breaking the beef apart, so you break it apart after that. Stir the ground beef and brown until a deep crust appears about. Alright, I'm just going to tell you how to. So you just ground the beef. Sorry, my husband wrote these. And then you remove the beef, leave the fat in there, add butter, and the onions and bell peppers and mushrooms. So you just let that all simmer together until it's perfect. You know how onions and all that stuff cook. Good. Then you mix in the beef and you stir that in for another 1 to 2 minutes. Beef broth is added then. Into a small cup, mix the beef broth and cornstarch together. So you have another, beef broth area, and you mix it with cornstarch. That will be added later on. Then you add the ketchup and Worcestershire sauce, salt, pepper, and mixture into the cornstarch and beef broth mixture. Then you put it into the pan. Cook until the mixture is only slightly liquidy for 3 to 5 minutes. Turn the heat off and add the provolone cheese on top. Let it mix all in, and then you're good to go. So that is that recipe. Alright, so the next one is Salisbury Steak. This is the ingredients for that one. This one's a really good one. I love it. My kids love it. It's fun. You'll need a slow cooker and a pan for it. Okay, so you'll need 6 ounces of sliced mushrooms, 1 1/2 onion, 1 1/2 cup of beef broth, 1 ounce of packaged brown gravy, 2 tablespoons of ketchup, 1 tablespoon of Dijon mustard, 2 tablespoons of fresh parsley, 2 tablespoons of cornstarch or flour. I've learned flour works really well instead of cornstarch for a substitute. I think that's a southern thing. 4 tablespoons of water, 1 1/2 ground beef, 1 egg, 1/4 cup of onion, and 1/3 breadcrumbs. 2 tablespoons of milk and 1 clove of garlic. Garlic powder will work. Salt and pepper. That's what you'll need for this. Alright, so to get in, this yields 6 people. Prep time takes 10 minutes and cook time takes 5 hours. Like I said, it's a slow cooker. Total time 5 hours and 10 minutes. Now, what you will do is place the mushrooms and onions in the bottom of the slow cooker. So you put all the vegetables at the bottom of the slow cooker. Then you go and combine the beef patties into 6 patties. Now what you're going to do is you're going to cut up onion and mix it in the beef along with 1 egg. Okay? You're going to layer the beef patties over the veggies. So you're going to go and cook them on each side for 3 minutes. Just slightly brown. It doesn't need to be completely cooked through in the inside, because remember, you're putting it in slow cooker. So you're going to put the beef patties over the veggies in there. Combine the remaining ingredients except water and cornstarch. Pour over the beef and cook on low for 5 hours. Low, not high. Okay? Once cooked, remove patties and set at the side. So after 5 hours, you're going to take the patty out. So remaining, before the 5 hours and you take the patties out, just remember you have to add all the other stuff in there, beef broth, stuff like that in there. Just a reminder. So when 5 hours are up, you're going to remove the patties onto a plate. And then what you're going to do is take the water and the cornstarch, make sure that you mixed up together. And you're going to put it in the slow cooker and mix it up with the veggies. Get thick. Wait until it gets thick and then you can add the patties back. Turn slow cooker to high at that point and combine cold water and cornstarch. Stir into the broth and let cook a few minutes until thickened. Add beef into this. Basically, add the patties back into the sauce. Okay, and you let that cook for about, say, about 30 minutes. To be honest, that's what I normally do. And you can serve it over mashed potatoes or rice. We use rice because my kids think it's fun. And my kids don't really like potatoes for some reason. They're weird. But anyway, those are my favorite all-time recipes for quick night. I hope that helped you guys out. Also, thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe and like and maybe hit that notification button. Until next time, bye.